Hello everyone, and welcome to Subject, a psychological horror game, and that is about all I know about it. And from what little the store page says, I think that's all it wants me to know about it. It claims that it begins with us waking up in a dark, dingy room, no idea how we got here. And beyond that, we're left to figure it out. Now, from that description, I figured at first that it would maybe be like sort of a Silent Hill PT-esque thing. We'd walk around dark hallways while abstract horrors sort of hint at what kind of past led us here. But there is one tag in the description which reads dystopian. And that is an interesting angle, especially given this art. I wonder if maybe we're not trapped in some sort of Lotus machine. Or maybe, well, I don't know, I don't want to speculate too much too early. The developer was actually kind enough to give me a key for this, and as it was suggested several times on the Discord, I figured I'd check it out. But already, my thoughts are racing. And a lot of it has to do with this music on the menu screen. I mean, it just makes me think of something technological that is terrible yet grand.
Connection with subject has been established. Scan biometric parameters. Initiate sequence.
WASD to move. Oh, wow. The store page wasn't kidding when it said you wake up in a dark room. Although, to be fair, this isn't too dissimilar from what I see when I wake up. I can't appear to go straight to the desk, though. There's something in the way. Mouse 1 to interact. But before we do that, protocol type 9, subject X2102, cycle 13. Cycle 13. We've been through this before. Oh, and a cursor will appear when it's time to interact. Papers strewn about the desk and some kind of symbol of an eye drawn on top. Prepare environment. Oh no. Oh no, can I crouch? I feel an instinctive need to crouch.
Section 1 has been activated. Authorize related objectives.
A light switch? The eyes are watching. That's strange. This is... It's playing out just like a nightmare, but there's like a technological side to it. Like it's all being run through as if it were a computer program complete with narration. Not my narration, the computer's narration. A taped cardboard box that needs to be cut open with something sharp. This is going to be something where the mechanics are very fourth wall breaking, huh? Where everything is very intentional. We need to find a sharp object, and it wants me to know that any such thing will do. What is this? Door handle. Is that our way out? And also, oops, I just clicked out of the game. Can we open these drawers? No, they seem to be locked. Don't do that. Can't open this cabinet either. Do we have an inventory system? No. If we have the item that's needed, it will simply be placed there, but... do I really want to step out onto this wall of blackness that's greeted me? I always appreciate when the darks in a game are truly dark, when there's no ambient light to be seen whatsoever, but that does make this quite scary to step into. There we go. Oh, this is sort of reminding me of The Accident, that Gary's Mod map. More eyes. I wonder if these eyes, because it appears I can interact with this clock, I wonder if they actually denote something I need to mess with. Maybe there's something left behind by me on previous runs. A clock without a battery. So we're looking for something sharp and a battery. That door is locked. This is like an apartment, but each of these doors has a peephole. Almost like the unit is just the bedroom. Some old, like, 2000s towers and other equipment here. Well, let's just try each of these. After bumping into something in the dark before, I feel like that's going to happen again. It's almost as if I can feel my legs. Is that blood, or just whatever slop is in that bowl? Or is that what's in the bowl? A fixture for a light switch. Okay, so the switch itself isn't actually contained within. Is that creaking just me, or is there something else moving around here? Oh, wow, no, that's not a closed door. That actually is just a wall of blackness. But the switch will turn it on. I'll be honest, if it weren't for the stains, this place would actually be a little bit on the cozy side. This is how I like my living spaces. A little bit lived in, lots of places to lay down, and moody lighting. Although, I'll be real, it would be terrifying at night. This door, too, is locked. Very, very dark here. An electrical box for a breaker. Okay, so several things we need to find. Not many things in my possession. An entire half of the building here pretty much inaccessible to me simply due to darkness, not even due to things being locked. But the eye indicates we can interact with these books. A row of books with a gap for one more book. Oh, that's not a phone, that's a doorbell. I was kind of taken aback for a moment how all the ambient droning just stopped when that happened. Oh, not even a doorbell, a buzzer. No, 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 I heard something behind me! You just turned the lights out on me, gave me that sound, while I swear I heard the sound of boards creaking somewhere back there in that dark apartment. No one there now. And I thought I had been blessed by the light I was momentarily given. Seems it's not to be. There's a candle right there. Can I pick it up, please? No. Oh, you're really gonna make me wade in? No, 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 no. I think I might have heard something unlock? Go away, Windows. Do you care if I'm signed into OneDrive? I haven't ever been signed into OneDrive. I think this door right here is opened. What? I was just being carried away for a second, like I couldn't stop moving. That sound is getting louder and louder, I've now realized. Do I just have to walk into this? I guess so. Oh, it is so strange to have the muscles of my back pulled thin like, I don't even know what, like plastic that stretches until you can feel it starting to tear, and then all at once the sound stops and it all just goes soft and limp. What is this? I keep clicking outside of the game. Light switch. Well, there we begin on our adventure game logic train. A stuck washing machine that requires a tool to open. Photos of a forest on a snowy day. All over the place. What's the significance of that? Can we go back to our room? No. But of course we'll have to get in there once we find a sharp object. Okay, where did that light switch go? We can't turn that back on. I think the light switch went in this room right here. There we are. A kitchen all stained with blood. Are we cooking with people, or is this just what comes out every time we try to put something down? A radio with a broken antenna. You could bend that back into shape. Anything else we can interact with? I mean, maybe here we could find a knife or something in one of the drawers. Ah, this looks doable. You, however... Book. Oh, it's a book! We can place that on the shelf in the other room. If I turn you off, will you be turned back on? No, no such luck. The light wasn't even off, it's just only over here. This sort of reminds me a little bit of a game I played titled From the Darkness. Only this is even more abstract. Okay, you're making me turn my back to the darkness of that hallway, but I know I heard something happen down the hall. And if I listen closely, I feel like I can hear like a scraping noise amid the static. A TV with a missing remote. Yeah, I hate it when that happens. I definitely feel like I'm being shown something. Stop sounds. Let's just close that door behind us, so I'll at least worry a little less. Now that may be something sharp, or a tool, but maybe there's more we can look around and see. A hand palm scanner. I have a hand right now, or at least I hope so. What are you? A sharp cutter. I need to make my way back to my room. I hear something. Is that breathing from the darkness or from the room on the left? It's almost like it stopped for a second, almost like it reacted to that. No, not what I wanted, not what I wanted. You're really gonna make me do this? Every once in a while, it seems like it stops, like it's observing me, waiting for me to do something. We just have to hold down W. This is one of those times. Oh my god! I am being observed. Can I mess with... I can't. I was gonna say, can I mess with the box even without... I knew it. I knew! Okay. This is a horror analysis channel. And I'm not going to be analyzing whatever that is. Point is, this game is doing really great things with sound. Using sound not only to match my mood, but also to guide it. Notice we heard that breathing as we approached, and when we came in and we were face to face with it, the breathing was just subtly faster, more rapid in pace. Kind of like the beat of my heart. Like I said, simultaneously matching my mood and guiding it, pushing it just that little bit further when it needs it to. Sitting under the eye like that, I almost took that as a mouth opening. Oh, there's where I left the remote, set up the TV, and forgot to unpack it during the move. Yeah. Now let's go see what's on the boob tube. Well, unless the power goes out again. Maybe there's something you want me to see over here, since it seems like the lights have now come on. No, I still can't interact with the hand scanner. What are you indicating? There's an eye right here, but nothing there right now. There we go. We just had to turn you on. Oh my god. Oh my. You're like a bloody mannequin or a robot or something. You're behind me, aren't you?
Specimen has been released into Section 1. Increased threat level of subject.
Released into what? No! Don't release proto-specimen into Section anything. There's no need for that. Is this something I can do? Don't just tell me there's something in here with me. Is any of this even real? I'm kind of starting to think that maybe it is. Maybe this is a real space and this is just meant to test me. I was sort of going under the assumption that this is maybe like a Matrix type thing, but no. And the images on the wall have changed. You're really just gonna make me walk back and forth, huh? No. Do I actually have to hide? That's the thing, because there's a hallway, a central hallway, and a lot of rooms whose doors I can close. It's me trying to estimate my level of agency within this game that's going to determine how much I actually have to do. That window is bricked up now. Apparently the tool doesn't count. Just gotta drain the sink. To retrieve a key. Drawer key! Yes, please. Oh my god! That's a whole flayed person. Possibly decapitated, maybe not. It's kind of dark to see from here. Run. That's actually not opening, even though there is, now that I look at it, an eye on here. Maybe I have to use one of the lower ones? Oh my! Okay, can't say this game isn't scary. Really can't say... Oh, after all that time, to have a straight jump scare was... Is this the drawer? No, but it seems like it is interactable. Stop doing this to my vision. Stop doing this to my vision, please. It's just over there in the dark somewhere. This is going to be one of those games, I just assume nothing can hurt me. I just assume nothing can hurt me, and I just hold down W and go to the place that I need to go to. It's dark in here now. Maybe that means something. Oh, I can't see a thing. No, really, game, I can't see a thing. I got the drawer key. Maybe that means I have to come back and do something this way. But the only locked drawer I know of is in here. Okay, I just tried Alt-Enter. Hopefully that'll stop the whole, like, going off-screen issue. Oh, right here. I didn't even know there was a thing here. 1. Keypad button, it said. And there is the keypad. Oh, God, that's unnerving. And the way the colors keep changing, the way it just keeps subjecting me to these things, I mean, if this were to be some kind of test, well, maybe it could be a literal stress test. But what would the door code be? Do I even want to know what's in this frame, all covered in shadow? There's clearly more still to do here. There we go. So the first number is 2. You guys heard that, right? First number 2. And I guess the rest will be hidden around the apartment somewhere. I suppose that could be a face. I mean, that bottom layer sort of looks like teeth. Third number is 0. And someone's been through here. You're still there? Okay, good. I don't trust you to stay that way, especially given that I can't interact with you. Stop with your noises. We really can't open any of these. 2 something 0. 210. You just need that 4th digit. But we can't have it. It's too dark in here. Well, we could brute force it, I suppose, but is that what it wants us to do? $2102. Okay. And with a number like that, maybe it really did want us to brute force it. Okay, is my apartment under quarantine? I mean, I can understand why. My roommate sucks. But did you really have to lump me in with that? Oh, now we're in the... Oh! Blood coming from under the door? I'm not the only one, am I? This place has been converted into some kind of test chamber. A valve with no valve handle. Okay, the fear there hit me in 2 waves. First, from wondering what's on the other side, what's making that sound, and second, from realizing that it can see me through that peephole. Every time I turn around, I expect there to be something. And it's gone dark in my apartment again. I hate this so much. Turn back on. Some of these lights I don't control. You have shut the door, which is, I guess, only good etiquette when you're taking a bath, but still, I'd prefer to keep tabs on your location at all times. Oh, there's something here, actually. Radio antenna. We can use that with the antenna in the other room. And this light has now come on, revealing that there is a metal grate back here. We cannot go this way. A power distributor with a disconnected red cable. Can we do that right now? Maybe we need to find more? I mean, this looks like a job I could do right now. Oh, I see. It has to extend down to here. Alright, let's get back inside and just see what the radio has to tell us. Probably not good things. Human vocalizations and what sounded briefly like the bleating of a goat. No. No! A spoon. Washing machine tool. Okay. And does that paper mean nothing to us? Just, see, it keeps doing this thing that is like, it may seem a simple thing, it may seem the oldest trick in the gaming book, but turning out the lights on me and just hearing the breathing from something real close, that's a real deep fear for me. It's the powerlessness of being in the dark with something that presumably is not nearly as powerless as you. Should I have not closed this door? Could there be something there when I open it? The thing is, I don't have an answer. There still could be, for all I know. But our flayed friend is frolicking in the apartment somewhere. What is that inside? Valve handle. Okay. I mean, it's having me solve multiple puzzles in really short succession, so on the one hand, I feel a little bit more confident, but also the fact that on top of all that it's turned the lights on makes me feel like it's going to pull the rug out from under me any second. And that rumbling sort of makes me think that the rug pulling has commenced. Okay. No flayed friendos about thus far. That's good, right? But then again, changing pressure in the pipes can only do good things for my long-term survival. That was a weird sound for a valve to make. There's nothing else I have to do here. But this is open now, open now, open now, knowing that there is a thing in there. Knowing that there is a thing that did not respond calmly to me knocking. Alright. I was just about to ask, was that the door scraping or a hiss? Well, I have my answer now. Been a while since I played a game with a lot of jump scares. Well, at least we'll have content for the next scare reel. That's what I keep telling myself. Oh my god, what are you?
Subject has reached primary checkpoint. Activate Section 2.
Section 2, huh? Oh, you're a statue. A sculpture with a torn-off head. Well, Bart Simpson would be better company than none in a place like this. Locked. Just... what is it that's happening to me, and just what is it that they're trying to test? My apartment also had all these tarps and cables crisscrossing the floor. What looks like a generator. The noise won't go away. An engine that has no fuel. Die. Die while you still can. Is this perhaps going to be like some kind of I have no mouth and I must scream shenanigans? Is it possible that our reward for completing this is some kind of technological eternal life, some kind of eternal screaming brain kept artificially in existence? Well, we got a breaker, which we can now use in the other room. And that sure is a long way to have to walk back. I knew it was there and it got me anyway because it looks like a person covered in like a tarp or a poncho or something. Did that say, why am I here? Are we talking about a pier in this room or something else that's meant to be hunting me? Something else that's part of the test? They're doing the breathing again, and I can't tell if it's coming from the adjacent room or from these dead-eyed things. Nope, it's you again. You're back, and this time in the glow, you guys probably won't be able to see that. But the light is flickering just one instead of two. Nope, it's two. And I can see, like, the outline of a nose. Nope, stay on. No, I inadvertently got a little bit closer to you. Place that there. Does that do something for us? Nope, you're just gone now. Okay, I don't know if you can die in this game, but I was not keen to find out. This actually has me really quite tense. Okay, that's the sound of the steam moving through the pipe. For a second, I thought it was that breathing again. A breathing which I've been trained to fear. And I used to talk a lot about how horror games train the player, and I feel like this game is literally doing that both in terms of its mechanics and scares and in its story. What did that do for me, though? It's here. What can I do with this? Fuel, okay. Yeah, you really want me to keep my feet moving, huh? And I can sprint. I've just realized I can sprint. Why would I need to sprint? Why would I need to sprint and close doors? Maybe I discovered sprint just in time. You're like metallic. You're the mannequin from the thing. From the clip we saw on the TV. And now it's gonna make me turn my back to you. So now I'm left with a choice. I'm left with a choice where there are only bad options. Either I turn my back to you to fuel this up, or I approach you to see what you'll do. I'm gonna turn my back to you to fuel you up. I guess I don't totally have to. Oh, no. Never mind. We're gonna go with option C. Try and walk past you. Well, like I said, if I paused for everything that I don't want to do, I would never get anything done, so I'm just gonna... Yeah. And now the lights come back on, at least indicating that you've gone that way. Although you could just be hiding in the darkness and I'd never know. How would I just, like, push this button without knowing what it activates? Probably the C mine right here. A socket for a mainframe processor unit. 44179. Maybe that's important? Is there anything on these shelves that may be of use before I open this closet to whatever horrors lie inside? There's a bloodstain on the ground, but an eye on the door indicating that fate has declared it. Oh my god! I was trying to be ready for anything, but I wasn't ready for that, and now I have to reach forward and remove that red cable from your neck. And in the flickering light, I can't tell if I can see you moving ever so slightly. Give me that. Give me that, give me that. Can we close this again? Can we close it? We can't. Okay, just move. Between a flayed corpse and a mannequin, that's the story of my life. I didn't hear footsteps behind me. Sloppy, wet footsteps. What did that do? Oh, it opened up the metal grate. Once again requiring me to pass through a gulf of darkness to reach my destination. Oh, but from the look of it, this place is actually quite significantly larger. Now those sound a lot more like the sounds I'd expect a skinned corpse to make. Well, I'm starting to suspect it's not actually a corpse. A frame for a lever. Okay, you're showing me new puzzles, but once again, you're making me step forward. You know, an observation that I made when I played Outlast Whistleblower is that a good horror game makes the player do things they really don't want to do. This is doing that. What are you? You have no face! You have no face! Thanks for getting the lights. Hungry. Sounded like you were eating pretty good. So hungry. Do I have to take this fuse to be used elsewhere? Oh, clock battery. And that familiar breathing is back. Perhaps I'm being observed from behind this grate to my right. Metal grate. It's anything but. Now we navigate back in the darkness. And now you made it so that I went from being where I'd rather be anywhere but here to now I'd rather stay here and don't want to advance back into my own apartment. Help me kill me. With pleasure. Do I still have the sharp object? I'll kill everybody here that isn't me. I'll do so with gusto. Oh, you're gonna have me do this with my back to a dark room? I don't think so. It's not usually how a clock works. Okay. And there wasn't even anything behind me, but you guys still staring at me with your fleshy eyes, almost like you cut the eyes out of him and put them on you. I just find these two faces so disturbing. Get it out of my head. Get it out. But what is it? And what is this? I didn't even get to see what that was. Can we not read that paper down there? Okay, I have to be honest, I actually kind of appreciate this for being a horror game that doesn't tell a story through notes. I'm interpreting a lot of things, intuiting things, but I'm getting no closer. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, see, the brilliance of this character is that we're introduced to it by seeing it brutally kill someone, or at least presumably that's what happened. I suppose it did actually happen off screen, so maybe it's a misdirection, but it introduces us to it in that way, and then a while passes, and then when we finally see it again, it just makes it so that we have to exist in a space with it, constantly forced to turn our back on it, knowing that it's probably violent, but not knowing exactly what it is it's capable of. And I know that closing these doors isn't going to save me. In fact, it doesn't seem like I can. So I'm just gonna... The statue's gone. The statue's gone. I bet it's in here somewhere. Yeah. Just a little thirsty, opening up a Diet Coke. Yeah, sometimes I get a little thirsty too. There's something else that's in here. Put it on, put it on, put it on. You invited your family. Cool. Ooh. Oh, he's a head taller than you. I still have the option to interact with you, but doesn't seem to do anything. No, what did it say? Memory over watch? Memory over something? My ribs are actually starting to hurt from the tension. What is that? Lever. We need to use that in that one hallway, but... Where are we now? Oh, we're back in that room where we found the head in the first place. Did we ever actually leave? I have to say, it almost makes it seem like we just sort of walked into the statue room and had a hallucination. Like we never actually made our way back over there. I wonder if some of this art isn't AI generated! Oh, you're gonna drown us in blood. You're gonna drown us in blood, that's what you're doing here. Even in the dark, I can see it rising up to meet me. Just give me the next thing. Just give me the next thing. Look how it runs down the walls. Oh, who lit a match up against the sprinklers? Oh, pouring down over the peephole now as well. Here's a horrifying thought. What if something rises up out of this thing? Glub, 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 glub. Glub, glub, glub. Oh no, the fact that it's stopping makes me think that might happen. Glub, 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 glub. Glub, glub. Get me out of here. Oh, just make it happen. I'm pretty sure at this point that something is going to be coming out of this blood. Please either let me out or hit me with the jump scare, please. Oh, this is torture. Is it getting just like ever so slightly higher? Oh no, this I can interact with.
Secondary checkpoint imminent. Facilitate operation of Section 3.
What do you mean, facilitate? They are coming for me. Help. I'm far more confused than you are, buddy. I don't know what you want me to do for you. I guess the family reunion was at least real. You know, I could have sworn, I think it was just this thing, but I thought for a second that I saw a shadow of something moving in my direction. You know, I have felt like I just haven't been using the jump scare warning very much lately. So, you know, thank you, game. Actually, thank you for for giving my assets some additional use. You know, these bumpers aren't cheap. They do charge, like, by the usage, so it's really good that I'm getting my money's worth. That was a key card. Why can I not remember? This stuff, for all I know, might be being written by me. Alright, pull the lever, Crunk. Were these footprints here just a second ago? It looks like there might actually be something written on the door. It's very faint. The end is near. So far we've got headless statues, a pensive mannequin, and a devilish red glowing figure in the darkness who just observes. Oh, it's gonna be a cramped little maze, isn't it? Can I remember my way back? 3 up. I would have to do it in reverse. Yeah, I hope this ain't a memory game, because I would fail. Yep. 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 It's not a memory game. It's a This Is Impossible game. Oh my goodness! Those sounds are horrific. How could I have forgotten about you when I was listing the list of current lists of my threats? Ugh. And the disembodied hand, you too. Oh, this is like something out of Cry of Fear. One of my least favorite parts of Cry of Fear. Oh, they're reaching through. When you're in a cramped space like this, things like this make you just not want to even go near the edges. Makes it feel all the more cramped. Sounds like there's something dripping somewhere. You again. You're not the mannequin, but you're mannequin-esque. Let me interact. You've just been going in a circle this whole time. Okay, so now what? Do I just leave? I shot him out of him! Hey. Hey, Sonny from iRobot, can I have that? I guess I could. Robotic eye. And that's gotta be a clue. We need to play with some dominoes? We need to build a Jenga tower? Come on, game, what does it mean? That looks more bioorganic than robotic. Oh, I can twist them forward and back. Not the middle one, though. Alright. Oh, I see. They correspond to you. So you need to be whatever means 2? Oh, or maybe I need to flip you guys back in that order. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. And I can use you for the hand scanner. Something about this image is just, like, deeply unsettling to look at. Something about, like, pods growing within flesh. Thank you. I know I should be sprinting, but I honestly feel like if I sprint, something will hear me. Yep. Your tricks are no match for me anymore. That light switch didn't seem to do anything, but this is the only place we need to go. As usual, close the door behind me so I can at least have some peace of mind, even knowing it won't do anything. Question is, whose hand? Key card, which we can use back before. And now this becomes kind of a double-edged sword, because now I have to open the door, thus revealing what's there instead of just turning and seeing it, and I honestly don't know which is worse. Let's just go. Just go. Just go. Just go. I know the layout. I can make my way around in the dark, so why shouldn't I? For some reason, the lack of a sound made that actually worse. Speaking of lack of sounds making things worse. Are you leaning down, or are you missing the top half of your head? Are you actually the victim that we saw get killed on the TV? Is this where I meet my fate as well? You were 12. And I'm guessing that if I were to look in a mirror, I'm wearing a similar jumpsuit that says 13. Mainframe processor unit.
Complete. Processor unit has been obtained from previous cycle subject. Prepare section 4 event.
Good to know you're getting things ready for me ahead of me. This is where that processor unit went. But it's gone now. This whole place is becoming of the statues. These hands now jutting out of the walls, pointing the way. It's like this place further degrades into the familiar images as we go. God, I don't like the way you look. I'm sorry, that was rude. Let's start over. Hi, I'm Chris. Oh, my mistake. This is where it was. I thought there was something else on the other wall, but I guess I was thinking of the lever. Were you waiting for me to do it, or do you really not want me to do it? Don't use the mainframe. Make it... I can't read the last part! Make it stop. I feel railroaded. Maybe I could have done something else, but I'm gonna do it. Oh my god, shift to run, shift to run, shift to run, I can't see though! Shift to run, shift to run, shift to run, shift to run, I'm running, 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 I'm running! Back into the apartment, run, 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 back to my bedroom, 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 back to my bedroom. What happened to my bed? Oh, sorry, that used up every last bit of breath in my lungs. Please give me a moment to recover. After all this time, I didn't think I would actually have to run. But I did. And I guess it must have been decently slow, at least at first, because I couldn't see a thing. End protocol? I'd like to. Deactivate environment. Well, I didn't die.
Protocol 9 complete. All objectives cleared. Open evaluation chamber.
maybe now we'll learn what this is all about, but somehow I sort of doubt it. I always had a fear that one day a wall in the back of my room would open up and it would reveal some kind of Truman Show-esque world. This is actually a lot worse than what I imagined.
Subject X2102 has entered the evaluation chamber. Proceed with Protocol 9 evaluation.
Yeah, I certainly feel evaluated.
Experiment Cycle 13. Assessment. Subject has completed the root of test environment 1 without deviation. Analyze examine properties of subject within human database 5. No extraordinary physical or psychic abilities have been observed.
Confirm. Subject did not demonstrate desired response improvements to threat or fear stimuli. Competence remained regular throughout repetitive direct stress testing.
Conclusion. Human modification type 743 failed to enhance subject performance.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Evaluation complete. Prepare Protocol 9 test facility for next sequence.
Subject has fulfilled the purpose of its existence. Recommend disposal.
Sure.
Consideration. Subject is suitable as a specimen for experimental neurocolony X67P.
Affirmative. Subject will be transferred to X67P. Disconnect head of subject and prepare for transport.
Neural colony. Some kind of, maybe, virtual network of brains? Well, that was Subject. And man, that is truly dystopian. And in keeping with that dystopian idea, it truly is dark and disturbing, and above all, especially in that ending, hopeless. But more importantly, as a horror game, it was extremely scary in a lot of ways, taking advantage of very directional and realistic sound design, constantly exploiting that fear of what's in the dark, training us to associate certain images with certain, elements of danger. I already explained how they did that with the mannequin. But it made it so that, it made us fear, that figure in the dark early on. And so every time I heard that breathing, I was looking around for it, even though it never even had to do anything. I have no idea what would have happened if I had actually successfully approached it at any point. The imagery is all just so... like I said, it's all so dark and disturbing. And the thing I think that makes dystopian subject matter sort of overlap with horror is when you have that bleakness of imagine this was your whole life, and there's no escape from it. Imagine being this scared and confused, and just not being able to wake up, not being able to opt out. And in the end, we are such a cog in this machine, such a rat in a maze, that we weren't even given the dignity of learning what this was all about. We sort of learned that part of it is testing fear response, but we learned that we're one of many in this test, and this test is itself one of many. And we actually have no idea if those watching over us were even human at all. Maybe even some kind of AI that's enslaved the human race. They certainly didn't treat us like you would hope a human would, but then again... But anyway, that was Subject, and as a horror game and as a dystopian nightmare, I thought that was really, really cool. Thank you again to the developer for being kind enough to send me a Steam key. And if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.